Today's talk is about Social Security survivor benefits for either people that were married at one point and divorced or people that were alive at the time of their spouse's death. For an introductory overview on claiming Social Security as an individual, we have a prior video about that you can check out. The link is in the description of this video for that. So, what are survivor benefits exactly? When a spouse passes away, their surviving spouse, as well as potentially any divorced spouses from the past, could be entitled to whichever number is greater between their own benefit or 100% of the deceased spouse's benefit. This is especially relevant if the deceased spouse had a significantly higher benefit than the surviving spouse. So what are the eligibility requirements here? We want to think about the magic number for this being 60. If you were married at the time of death, you have to be at least 60 years old to apply for these benefits, and you must have been married for at least 9 months. Now, if you did remarry, you are able to do that and collect on your ex's record if you remarry after age 60. The spouse will be entitled to the greater between their own benefit or the deceased spouse's benefit. You cannot have it both ways. So what if you're divorced? As before, you still need to be at least 60 years old to claim, and if you did not remarry, you're good to go and you can collect on your spouse's record. If you did remarry, if you did it after age 60, you can still collect on that ex-spouse's record. This is another reason that 60 is our magic number here, because if you remarry after 60, you retain that eligibility, versus if you remarry prior to 60, you lose that eligibility. The main difference here for divorced couples to claim on your ex's record is that the marriage must have lasted at least 10 years. So on the off chance someone says, hey, want to get married? I have fantastic spousal benefits that could be yours. Be very wary of the rules. That conversation has maybe never happened in history, but just in case it has, you'll be equipped for it in the future. One caveat is multiple people actually can collect benefits on the same deceased person. So for example, if you divorced, your ex could actually collect on your record as well as your current spouse if you did remarry. So what is this full retirement age number? So in this situation, the magic number is going to be 67. As of today, if you are not already claiming Social Security, your full retirement age number is 67. It is the age where benefits are paid in their fullest amount without any deduction for filing early. Now, you can file your own benefits from age 62 as the earliest, but they'll be permanently reduced by a certain percent for each year before 67 that you claim. Now, a surviving spouse can claim their survivor benefits as early as age 60, but they would also be permanently reduced. By waiting until age 67 to claim their survivor benefits, that gives the spouse 100% of what they could have. Let's think of it as two separate benefit structures. The first is your individual, and the second is your survivor benefits. So you can't have them both at the same time, but you can switch at your convenience depending on which makes more sense to you. Here's an example of a couple, and we have spouse A and spouse B. Now spouse A is 5 years older than spouse B. They're 67, spouse B is 62. A has a $48,000 amount of Social Security, and B has their amount as $24,000. This is full retirement age at age 67. I have a scenario here to explain a claiming strategy they could use. So let's say spouse A passed away at age 67. B could take their own personal benefit now at a reduced amount, which in their case would be 30% less, claim at age 62 or $16,800 until age 67. Then they could switch to their full retirement survivor benefit of $48,000 moving forward, because the Social Security Administration looks at them as separate benefits. Now, if spouse B were to pass, who's the lower earning spouse, then A would actually keep their own benefit because it would be a higher amount than the survivor benefit they could receive. Creating a claiming strategy may be especially relevant if the two spouses' Social Security payments have a large difference between them. It's a good idea to speak with a financial advisor about your personal situation, financial circumstances, as well as your health, so they can help you decide on if any claiming strategies work more than another for your personal benefit. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Have a great day.